Hello, welcome to Inner Alchemist Tarot for an oracle reading today, Friday, September 1st, or the 2nd on Saturday if you're tuning in from around the other side of the world. And thank you for being here. Just take a good deep breath into your heart space as we connect to each other. And thank you, Spirit. You're always looking out from our eyes and guiding us and co-creating this beautiful dream manifested as we expand this place and continue to walk in beauty. And again, appreciate you coming in here for this reading. I did draw some cards at the beginning and my camera wasn't turned, so I stopped it. And just so I could have it be a bigger screen. If I could catch it in time before the reading comes into play, I tend to do that. So we started out with silence here, and as you can see, there's keys right here and a door. And when we're in silence, we can access things that are hidden and gain information from that silence. We're listening. And then we have, I just looked down at the timer, it's 1:11, lovely vision. And this big full moon behind her, the big blue moon in Pisces that we're still in effect right now for us. Her third eye is open, her two physical eyes are closed, and she has a crown of crystals on her head. And her arms are wide open. So again, as you're going into silence here, you're getting a deeper wisdom, and you have a vision from that in which your higher self is giving you. If you're paying attention, you're silent enough. So we're going to draw about 12, 13 oracles, and then we'll finish up. So, Spirit, thank you for these messages already. Now that we figured out the technical thing here. So what other message do we have today for this reading, Spirit? I can get anywhere from here. And when you can get anywhere from here, you can start in the present moment. And the now is anything ever happens is the present moment, is right now. Depending on where you have built momentum up, what you've been feeding at, some things you'll notice that you really want something to happen and it's not coming. That's because you've already built up momentum of thinking that it's not here already. So when the card comes out, I can get anywhere from here, is that you can begin anything in this present moment, and you can begin a totally new momentum. And since it's next to this silence card, is when you go silent and you go within, you grab those keys, open the door inside, to go through your meditation, and you will gain access to a clearer perspective on the situation. It changes your momentum in that in which you've been trying to make things happen. Because as you see, if you try to attempt to make things happen, that doesn't go that way. You can't assert yourself that way. But as we allow things to happen, you can get anywhere from this moment as you begin that new momentum. Spirit, what other messages do we have here? Hello, peeps tuning in. This is a general message for all zodiac. Okay, so we have two more. And it's okay to not be okay. And that eases off in the resistance of trying to fix anything, because you're not fixing anything. You're not fixing yourself. You're allowing, by easing off in the resistance, because what others think about you is none of your business. So that's the whole thing of minding your own business, is that be confident and you do you. When you go within and you access that inner vision, that knowing about yourself, when you get silent enough through meditation, whatever that meditation practice is for you, it's getting silent 15 to 20, maybe 30 minutes per day, when you can, is it eases off on the thoughts you've been, it's been thinking a lot, and that creates feelings of uneasiness. But when we ease off on the thoughts and we build a different type of way of being, connecting to our inner being, then we allow what we want in. Okay. So what others think about you, and you're giving too much attention to what's happening on the outside. I just saw 444 on the timer. It's lovely. Then when you're giving that attention, you're giving your power away, and you're giving your energy and your focus onto something, and You're taking the attention off of what's happening with your inner being. Always connecting with the your inner being, with your higher self. Because, again, when we start each one of these sessions, each one of these readings, that Spirit, thank you, as you're always looking out from our eyes and guiding us and co-creating with us. And it's just something to get used to, as we're not doing this lifetime alone. You're not singular. You're multidimensional, and you have access to all that wisdom. When you get silent, grab those keys, open the door to the inner wisdom, and then you'll get the visions on what to do, the inspired actions and what to take. Okay? So thank you, Spirit, for these messages. What are the messages we have here, Spirit, for this oracle reading? I was going to say, the difference between the oracles and the tarot is that oracles give you more of a fine-tuning of your emotions. The divine fruit, as I work to improve and free myself, I strengthen my foundations. We were just talking about that. My intellect is light, my heart is warmth, and my soul is strength. I'm nurtured by the divine sun. The fruit I bear reflects my inner light. And how beautiful is that next to that vision card right there? And we are feeling the effects of this blue moon in Pisces, and it could be a more heightened anxiety, things coming up in the past with the Mercury retrograde, mixed with that heightened anxiety. It could really cause some, more of things popping up that's not making you feel so good. If you're giving attention to it, how can you not? It's just more stress. And so just be mindful of. And that's why these cards are speaking in that language, is that go within, silence, and the vision, and accessing the divine fruit, which is the connection to your inner being, a new opening. When one door closes, I am confident another will open, and it will be for my betterment. I accept that life brings challenges and acknowledge the opportunity and learning they present to me. Serenity comes from within. And again, there's next to that silent card. And that's why it's so easy to want what you want and then be disappointed if it doesn't work out. But the more you practice and the more you get used to the fact that when something doesn't seem to quote unquote work out, it's actually better. Something better, something that's serving you, something that's going to serve you, that is in a much better way, is coming down the line. It's a trusting and having faith of your inner being, and that the circumstances are working themselves out. What are the messages we have here, Spirit? And thank you again for these messages that are coming through. I really like that one. What others think about you is none of your business. It's so important, because we tend to give up our, as long as we can please the others, or they perceive on us to be, okay, or whatever that is, then that's a reflection, and then we'll feel better. But it's not like that. It's the connection with the inside of yourself, all of who you are first. Your relationship with yourself first, and then others. And that's usually how any relationship is strong. It's not the other way around. The other people, they'll disappoint you every time. We try to people please, and then we give away our power and our sovereignty, our seniority over our life, and because we create our reality all the time. So we have the death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. And that's another thing here with this whole new opening. When one door closes, I am confident another will open, because it's true. There's never a true ending to anything. What are the messages we have here, Spirit, from this deck? Well, it seems like Spirit's pulling 2 cards from each deck now, so that's okay. It's funny how I start out doing things, and then all of a sudden I find that they all kind of take over, and here we are. Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. And look at the little Buddha. Yes, it's true. Choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Just lighten up. There's nothing serious happening here. It seems like it is when you really want things to work out, or you're trying to make things happen, or you want things to be a certain way, or again, you're giving your power away to others. That's an easy thing to have happen. Okay. What are the messages we have for this oracle reading, Spirit? And thank you again. Again and again and again. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's another thing. If meditation's not such a good thing for you, and that, not good thing, it's always a good thing for you, but it doesn't seem to be something that you're so, finding yourself easing off resistance. Appreciation is almost better than meditating sometimes, and you can get into appreciation as much as you can. Expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. Ooh, and that's exactly perfect in between the death and the humor card here. That is exactly it, is to ease up on that rigidity and, being so constrained with your tightness, again, trying to be in a structure and that you're going to, try to figure something out with your head, or trying to make things happen in a certain way. And when you trust and have faith that the larger part of you in the universe, it's that whole let go, let God thing. Signs. Yeah. Instincts are the message from the divine, or the inner divine. Instincts are the message from the inner divine. And here with the vision card and the silence, this is perfect. That's lovely. Signs. As you're sitting and being silent, and you receive the vision, and you'll have it's called an inspired action will happen. You'll get that inspired thought, or a thought will come to you. An idea is what it's called, from what your imagination, which is your higher mind, coming and giving it to you. And then in your brain, you think you're thinking it, but you're receiving, because only when you can get in a receiving mode, you'll then receive the messages and the signs from spirit. That's how it works. And reframe. This is happening for me, not to me. So that's a gift. Again, then it goes back to that new opening right there, is that sometimes when a door shuts, usually when a door shuts, it's always that way. When a door closes, another one will open. It's true. And so it is a gift, and it may not seem like to be a gift, like something's being taken away. And that's not really the case. That's the illusion. Let's draw from the Moonology and see what we have here. Since that beautiful, it's just a gorgeous, full, super blue moon lasting these past couple nights, and tonight into, tomorrow. And it's just really beautiful to see the color of that moon. Not that it's blue, but just it's so bright and just entices you to just stare at it. It's got a lot of good energies to it, but it's also bringing some anxiety and heightened awareness to that. And then with the Mercury retrograde, there's more of that anxiety, and you can get exhausted in these energies. So just make sure you're taking care of yourself. And that's what Spirit's trying to say within this message, is that silence and vision, those are the first two cards that came out, and it's okay to not be okay, which is at the center of this reading. It's perfect. Lighten up. And there's another one coming up with humor right underneath here. So lighten up. Lighten up. And at the end of the month, we will be having, we just had that new moon in Leo. We just passed the sun sign in Leo, but we're having a full moon in Aries, which is another fire sign. What other messages do we have here, Spirit? I think we're going to be coming towards a new moon in Virgo, actually coming up here. We have supermoon. Emotions are running high. So that's another confirmation here, again, with that full moon and the vision card here. It's just reminding you that emotions may be running high. Anxiety levels up, trying to get deadlines met and still be within the energies of the Mercury retrograde. And there's another planet, Venus, is going to go direct eventually here, sooner than later. But then we got Jupiter going to retrograde too. So there's a lot of retrogrades. We could use them for our benefits, but we're going to find that the energies are going to be kind of, especially right now, high. So you have to just be mindful of that. Okay, final messages here, Spirit, for this oracle reading. What do we have here, Spirit? What do we have here, Spirit? You know what? I want to pick this one right here. Allowance. Number 9. We can see that better. There we go. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wonder stance of existence and expansion. And that's what we do when we start these sessions, each one of these readings, is that we're always saying, giving thanks and appreciation to Spirit as everyone in the non-physical are co-creating with us at all moments. And we're allowing them to set up components with the law, the force that governs everything in creation, the law of attraction. It's very real. You cannot not be away from it. It's like being away from gravity, right? So you're allowing the universe to become partner, always as a partner. You are now a cooperative partner with the partner, and that's co-creation at its best, and dancing in existence and expanding this dream manifested expansiveness, right? Allowance. Okay. 2 more cards, then we'll finish up. Spirit, what spirit animal wants to come in? What archangel has, they're always protecting us. They're always overseeing the operation. You just got to tune in. It's the human who tends to turn away for whatever reason that is. As we get used to this dance, and not all humanity wasn't like this. This is part of the expansion. Is that we fought and argued for our limitations and who's right, who's wrong, who's got the right religion, spirituality, this, and, arguing for what is real and all the truth and everything. So that's the expansion upon the human race, is that we're starting to understand. That's the universal consciousness. That's the universal mind. We're starting to understand there's so much to it, that we are certainly not alone in co-creating this place. Camel. Be forbearing and patient. Archangel Jophiel. Ooh, camel's beautiful message coming in here. So this camel. We have rabbit. Recognize your significance. Archangel Gabriel. And look at rabbit. Oh, by the way, today's September 1st. How perfect. And we say white rabbit. White rabbit is a sign. It was an old, saying that we'd say, right? We can bring it into our space right now. It's just perfect. On the first day of every month, you say white rabbit, and prosperity is yours anyway. It was just a good old rabbit trick we'd like to do. Say white rabbit on the first of each month, and prosperity is yours. Recognize how significant you are. Look at the bunny with the heart chakra beaming with the rainbow, and we got the unicorn over here, the spirals, and the star coming down to below the head. Such a beautiful message there for White Rabbit Day today on September 1st. And now we have hedgehog. Be a magnet for love, light, and joy. And that's it. Archangel Gabriel's coming in again, very strong into this reading. So again, as we live in laws of magnetism. So whatever you're thinking creates a charge of an emotion, and that is a magnet that draws it to. It's electric magnetism. So that's why on this channel, we say a lot about and reiterate again and again and again about being your own alchemist. That's the whole point of the Inner Alchemist title of this channel, is that you are your own alchemist. How you think and feel, you're creating that. So we got final message, angel message here. Let me see. What final angel message here? Spirit wants to come in for our peeps. What are we looking at here today? And thank you, Gabriel and Jophiel. We have successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. We were just talking about that. Remember with the wisdom card over here, is that when you sit in silence long enough, just a little bit each day, that you'll start to hear and receive. You're in receptive mode to receive those divine ideas coming from Spirit. There's that universal mind coming at you and giving it to you. Okay? Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. All you have to do is really ask, and you shall receive. Know it's already done. Act as if it's already done. And that's easing up on the resistance, and it happens. Just like that. White rabbit. We were just talking about that with the prosperity. Isn't that beautiful? So indeed, we claim it. White rabbit. So enjoy this White Rabbit day and the rest there of it. And I'll be back for a reading with the tarot or another possible oracle reading. And thank you very much for joining this space. Thank you so much, Spirit, for these messages. We love you so much. You are very loved. Okay? You are loved beyond belief. Own it. And own your sovereignty and your seniority. And take care of yourself. Thank you.